5 haunted places in China you should never visit. China, a land of ancient dynasties and deeply rooted folklore, holds within its vast expanse secrets that defy time. We're not just talking about buried treasures and lost cities, but something far more sinister, something that chills you to the bone. While its history is often celebrated for its rich cultural heritage, there exists a darker, more terrifying side. Places shrouded in mystery, cursed by the spirits of the past. I'm talking about places where the veil between our world and the other side is thin, where the dead refuse to stay buried. Those who dare to step into these forsaken locations seldom return the same, if they return at all. Hidden deep within the mountains of Anhui province lies the abandoned village of Fengmen, a place long forsaken by the living. This isn't just another forgotten settlement reclaimed by nature. This place is different. The energy here is heavy, oppressive. You can feel it in your gut, like a weight dragging you down. The village was once a thriving settlement, known for its skilled artisans and lush rice fields, but something dark took hold here, twisting it from within. It's like whatever happened here stained the very ground itself. The villagers began experiencing things they couldn't explain, whispers in the wind when no one was speaking, shadows that moved against the grain of light, and this eerie disembodied laughter echoing through the empty alleys. Imagine the terror, the feeling that something was watching them, toying with them. One fateful winter night, an entire family was found dead in their home, their faces frozen in expressions of unspeakable horror. There were no signs of forced entry, no wounds, no explanation. It's the kind of scene that stays with you, the sheer terror etched on their faces. One by one, more villagers met the same fate. Panic spread like wildfire, and in a matter of weeks the survivors fled, leaving behind a village doomed to decay. They left everything behind, their homes, their possessions, their history. Today, Fengmen stands in eerie silence, its empty homes and crumbling walls a testament to its cursed past. Locals warn travelers against setting foot in the village after dark, and for good reason. Those who do often report hearing muffled cries from within the ruins. Some claim to see shadowy figures darting between doorways, watching them with unseen eyes. And then there are those who dare to stay overnight. They tell tales of waking up paralyzed, unable to move, feeling the ice-cold grip of unseen hands pressing down upon their chests. One such traveler, an urban explorer named Lin Shu, documented his experience in Fengmen. He arrived before dusk, capturing footage of the abandoned homes and overgrown courtyards. As night fell, he set up camp inside one of the larger houses. Hours later, his camera, left recording on a tripod, caught something chilling, a dark silhouette standing at the doorway, its head tilting unnaturally as if observing him. The figure did not move, but the temperature in the room plummeted. Lin Shu described feeling a growing sense of dread, an overwhelming pressure in his skull, as if something was trying to push into his mind. He gathered his equipment and fled, but his nightmares did not end when he left Fengmen. For weeks he was tormented by night terrors, visions of the figure standing at the foot of his bed, whispering in an ancient dialect he could not understand. He refused to speak about what he had seen beyond his recordings, eventually deleting his footage and disappearing from the public eye. Historians and paranormal researchers have speculated about Fengmen's dark history. Some claim the land was cursed due to ancient massacres, while others believe it was a site of forbidden rituals meant to open doors to the spirit world. Whatever the truth may be, Fengmen remains a place of nightmares, an echo of horrors long past. Would you dare to visit Fengmen, knowing what lingers there? Nestled in the heart of Beijing, the Forbidden City stands as an architectural marvel, a relic of China's imperial past. But beneath its grandeur lies a chilling history, a tale of betrayal, murder, and restless spirits that still roam its halls. This isn't just a tourist attraction, folks. This place is steeped in blood and sorrow. The Forbidden City was home to emperors and concubines, many of whom met untimely and gruesome ends within its crimson walls. It is said that those who perished in agony still linger, their spirits trapped in the corridors of the palace. They're trapped, unable to escape the torment of their final moments. One of the most infamous tales is that of concubine Zhen, a favorite of Emperor Guangxu. During the Qing dynasty, she fell victim to political schemes and was ultimately drowned in a well by order of Empress Dowager Zi. Can you imagine the terror, the desperation in her final moments? To this day, night guards report seeing a ghostly woman in imperial attire wandering near the well, her sorrowful wails piercing the silence of the night. Another spine-chilling legend tells of the midnight processions, shadowy figures clad in ancient garments, moving in perfect synchrony through the courtyards. Some believe these are the spirits of executed officials, eternally replaying their final moments. They're caught in a loop, their energy bound to this place. Visitors who have wandered into these areas at night have experienced sudden chills, whispers in their ears, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. It's like something is right behind you, breathing down your neck, but when you turn, there's nothing there. One security officer, stationed at the Forbidden City for over a decade, shared his terrifying encounter. One evening, while making his rounds, he saw a flickering lantern moving ahead of him. Thinking it was another guard, he approached, only to find no one holding it. The lantern hovered for a few moments before vanishing completely. Moments later, he felt an icy breath against his neck and fled in terror. Despite its haunting reputation, the Forbidden City remains one of the most visited places in China. But for those sensitive to the supernatural, it is more than just a historical site. It is a gateway to the echoes of the past, a place where restless spirits still seek justice, or perhaps revenge. Dare you step into the halls of the Forbidden City, knowing you may not walk alone? Standing in the heart of Chongqing, the Huguang Guild Hall is a historic theater known for its grand performances. But it is also infamous for the spirits that never left. The energy here is different, charged with the emotions of countless performances. But beneath the surface, there's a darkness. Built during the Qing dynasty, the hall once hosted operas and dramatic plays that drew audiences from across China. However, not all performances ended with applause, some ended in death. Actors and staff whisper about eerie occurrences behind the curtains. Props move on their own, chilling winds sweep through the empty corridors, and disembodied voices recite forgotten lines from ancient scripts. Some performers refuse to rehearse alone, fearing the gaze of unseen spectators lurking in the dimly lit balconies. One particularly chilling story tells of an actor who was preparing for a lead role in a historical drama. The night before the premiere, he stayed late to rehearse. As he practiced his lines, he heard another voice repeating them, perfectly synchronized yet distorted. When he turned, he saw a spectral figure dressed in Qing dynasty opera robes standing behind him, its hollow eyes staring into his soul. The next day, he refused to take the stage and left the city, never speaking of what he had seen again. Visitors report seeing shadowy figures flickering in the audience seats, their faces obscured by darkness. Some claim that during performances, an extra figure can be seen standing motionless at the edge of the stage, always watching, but never leaving. Does the Huguang Guild Hall still host the performances of spirits long departed? If you ever visit, take a moment before you leave, look into the audience and see if someone or something is staring back. In the bustling heart of Shanghai, amidst the modern skyscrapers and neon lights, lies Jing'an Mansion, a seemingly ordinary residential building. But don't let the facade fool you. This place holds secrets, dark secrets that whisper from the very walls. Tenants come and go at an alarming rate, many leaving after only a few nights, their faces pale, their eyes wide with terror. They whisper of horrors they cannot explain, of things that go bump in the night, things that chill them to their core. Strange noises echo through the halls at ungodly hours, footsteps pacing in empty corridors, the sound of heavy breathing close to their ear, frantic knocking on doors that open to nothing, and distant sobbing that seems to come from within the walls themselves. Those who have spent nights there, the brave few who dared to stay, report nightmarish visions, objects moving on their own, and the constant sensation of unseen eyes watching from the shadows. It's like you're being watched, judged by something ancient and malevolent. One former resident, a young woman named May, described waking up in the middle of the night to the feeling of someone, or something, sitting on the edge of her bed. She could feel the weight of it, the coldness emanating from its unseen form. When she finally worked up the courage to open her eyes, she saw the shadowy outline of a figure, its eyes glowing an eerie red in the darkness. What malevolent force lurks within Jing'an Mansion, and why do its spirits refuse to rest? Is it something trapped within the building itself, or is there something darker at play, something that feeds on the fear and despair of the living? Whatever it is, Jing'an Mansion stands as a stark reminder that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places, even in the heart of a modern metropolis. Dongting Lake, one of China's largest freshwater lakes, is a place of serene beauty, its surface shimmering under the vast expanse of the sky. But beneath its tranquil facade, a darkness lurks, hidden beneath the surface of its shadowed waters. Locals will tell you tales, passed down through generations, of ghostly apparitions rising from the mist, their forms shifting and swirling like the fog itself. They speak of spectral boats sailing across the still waters, their oars manned by unseen hands, their lanterns glowing with an otherworldly light. And then, there are the voices, the whispers that seem to emanate from the depths of the lake itself, calling out your name, luring the unwary to their doom. Fishermen tell tales of their nets becoming entangled with something heavy, something cold and lifeless. When they haul their nets in, their hearts pounding with dread, they find nothing but torn nets and a bone-chilling emptiness. One chilling legend tells of a young woman named Li Hua who was betrothed to a wealthy merchant. On the eve of her wedding, as she sailed across the lake with her entourage, a sudden storm erupted, its fury unlike anything the locals had ever seen. The boat capsized, and Li Hua, along with everyone on board, was lost to the depths of the lake. To this day, it is said that on stormy nights, you can hear Li Hua's mournful cries echoing across the water, searching for her lost love. Some say she roams the shoreline, a spectral figure in a white gown, her face forever etched with sorrow. They say she lures young men to the water's edge, their hearts filled with a longing they cannot explain, only to drag them down to a watery grave. Dongting Lake may be a place of beauty, but it is also a place of tragedy, a place where the veil between the living and the dead is thin. If you ever find yourself on its shores, be wary of the mist, listen carefully to the sounds of the water, and whatever you do, don't answer if you hear your name called from the depths. China's haunted locations are more than just scary stories. They're portals into a realm where the living and the dead collide, where history bleeds into the present. Dare you visit these haunted places knowing the spirits of the past may still be watching? Knowing that the energy there is heavy with sorrow, anger, and a hunger for something we can't comprehend? Remember, some secrets are best left undisturbed. The veil between our world and the next is thin, and some things are better left hidden in the shadows. Stay safe and perhaps stay away.